I've not seen anything like this before. All bridges and tunnels, you're going to find closures. No one allowed in or out of the city right now from what we're hearing. You did mention the subways. 1, 2, 3, 9, and are suspended. Newark, Kennedy, LaGuardia airports closed to all air traffic at this point.
Katie, and any of the other sky cams that we have, do you see mass traffic confusion?
I was looking at the building when it hit, and I saw my colleague Tim Lufkin and I saw it hit the building, but we did not see it fly into the building. We saw the explosion from it.
And again, I guess we're still trying to figure out, there are some reports that these planes were hijacked. The FBI is said to be investigating that. But
we're down here in Soho, as a matter of fact. You're looking at a picture from Prince and Worcester Street, and
too low. I looked up, it looked too low, going in the wrong direction, and I followed it into the building.
Flew straight into the building.
Straight into the building, dead on. Disgusting sight.
Then you continued to look up at the building and you saw the second jet.
Well, then we were looking for about 5 minutes, just in horror at what happened. Saw a second jet coming from the west that looked identical, both in color and in form, and it smashed right into the second building. Huge explosion on this side facing us.
Now we're all standing out, we're staring at the building, all of us, in horror.
Yeah, it's the only way to describe it. Horror, sadness, and disgust.
Billowing out of the building and how the other building is occluded. And everybody from this vantage point is, as Mr. Russo is saying, looking at it in horror, looking at it in fear, worried about yourself, I imagine. Where were you, sir?
Right underneath it. Right underneath the Trade Center when it hit. Second one, both of them. Scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
The planes never veered, did they? The jets just went right into it.
The second one, we heard the first one and seen everything flying out of the building. And the second one, we actually seen run right into the building. It came right from behind the building and ran right into the other side of the first tower, the further one down.
It's a terrible question, but what are you thinking about when you're looking at something like that?
I'm telling you, we ran because stuff was flying everywhere. It's the scariest thing in my life.
And that's
never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it, man.
And your name, sir?
Sean.
Didn't think it was that loud. Didn't feel that it was.
We were there. It was loud. I'm gonna tell you that. We were right there for both of them, and it was loud.
Windows coming down off the building.
He just had like rocks and stuff, just every type of debris you could think of, just falling all over the place.
Now you were there when this happened.
Yes, we were right there.
Why did you stop up here in Soho and then turn around and look at it?
You just have to see what happens.
First time we turn around and look.
You really, we're just running from there. I mean,
First
be
to
honest
run for safety, basically.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Still need to do a lot of work. And you can see as we're standing here that fire is spreading to different parts of the building, different floors, as it continues to engulf the building. Just a horrible, horrible sight from here in Soho. It is sad.
Saddest thing I've ever seen, man. Shoo.
It's sad. It's nothing like I've ever seen. Nothing like anybody here in New York has ever seen either. That's the scene here from Prince and Worcester Street, and we'll talk to some other people as time goes on.
Joe, you are not close enough to. Okay, apparently Joe cannot hear us, so thank you, Joey.
State workers in those buildings who get there well before 9 o'clock. And as you come down some of the major arteries in Manhattan, you can just see this smoke from miles away. A very eerie sight as I was coming towards Midtown. You look up and there's the smoke coming out of the World Trade Center.
How did you come to work today?
I actually walked most of the way because traffic is, as you would imagine, a complete mess. Emergency vehicles trying to make their way all down to downtown to Lower Manhattan. So it's difficult for anybody who's trying to get around. Bridges and tunnels, as you've been mentioning, are closed. So getting on and off the island isn't going to happen right now.
Intelligence and the ability to pull something like this off. I mean, this is very, very serious. You know, I've been involved throughout the years in these various different exercises that we played, where we would talk about an event such as this, such as a biological attack or some other type of thing occurring.
Has been shut off. The bridges, the tunnels are all closed to incoming traffic and to a lot of outbound traffic. I don't know if anybody is getting out of the city at this point.
Did get a report that New Jersey Transit trains are still running under the river, so.
Okay. And again, if you can get out of town, that probably would be the wisest advice at this point. Most of lower Manhattan,
otherwise closed to traffic. But St. Vincent's is obviously preparing for the possibility of many, many people arriving at their emergency room. They have what looks like a trauma center set up on the street, on the sidewalk of 7th Avenue. Dozens of stretchers, hospital personnel, nurses, with hospital equipment, IVs, out on the street, awaiting the inevitable, people in need of medical care. It's very disturbing.
So, Melissa, what you're telling us is that you have not seen the number of people that you might expect to be there after.
This is from where we're standing. We're a good 20 blocks or more from the World Trade Center as we're standing here, and you can see the flames. You see where the hole is, and you can see how the original hole is, which is in the middle of the building. And if you look at it, you can see how the hole has grown. Also, the flames below, maybe 10 floors below now, those flames have spread from the original fire. We've seen with binoculars, there have been people out here with binoculars. They've seen people in the buildings. There are still people in that tower. Ambulance screaming through the area. To the tower right here, we're going to send it back to you. And of course, what everybody is thinking is that our prayers are with the people who were in that tower. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Get an update on the State Department real quick.
Apparently it was a car bomb that exploded outside this.
A frenzied scenario because people were walking away from the building. This entire region has been cordoned off and people who are...
Why are you running, sir? You know why? What? Kind of what? Somebody said yes. I don't know.
Everything that's going on around our world, we don't see it. Guys, it's gone. It's gone. It's so gone, you guys. It's so gone.
Joe, somebody's got to pay for this shit, Joe.
Twin Towers is gone.
Joe, somebody's got to pay for this. Get the people across the street.
Joe,
somebody's got to pay for it for the time being. It's work.